Welcome everybody to the first episode of the Pink Lotus Podcast. I hope you've had a great Christmas holidays. And yeah, this is definitely an exciting day because this is the first episode. And so I'm here. My name's Kush Ruparellia, and I'm here with my co-host Madhuja. How are you, Madhuja, today?
Yeah, I'm doing good at home as always. Tier 4 things,
Oh yeah, sure, man. COVID-19 has literally just ruined our holidays, isn't it?
Literally, it's cut it
Just
off.
game over.
Cut it off.
Like I had so many plans, for like New Year's to go out.
New Year's was supposed to be back, obviously, this year. Oh.
2020, what has it done to us? But anyway, so how's things been? Like, how's uni? It's good. Uni's good.
Yeah, uni's good. Yeah, it's getting there. It's going. A lot of work, but yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Madhuja is at uni, first year uni. What uni are you at?
Yeah, so I am currently at the University of Nottingham. I'm first year. I'm studying industrial economics. So yeah,
Wow, so top
good.
uni.
Yeah,
top
up in the Midlands, Midlands gang.
Is it different from London?
Slightly, but it's not that different. Like, because we're from like Southeast London, right? So it's not really, not that much of a difference. But I feel like for other people, it's like a big city, that kind of thing.
Do they have like an accent there?
Not. I don't think there is a Notts accent.
Not like Birmingham, right?
No, it's not like Birmingham. No.
Okay.
It's not like that.
That's decent, man. That's decent. Anyway, so Madhuja's at Nottingham studying economics. That's basically me next year. I don't want to do economics, but I want to go to uni, obviously.
Yeah, you want to be at uni. What are you currently doing, Kush?
So I'm studying for my A-levels.
Yeah.
This coming year, obviously, it's a bit like I don't know if it's going to go ahead or not. They say it's going to go ahead, but like who knows? Studying biology, chemistry, maths, A-levels. I know there's a lot of you people listening that are doing the same thing. So if you want to talk medicine or dentistry, any of those people, it's a tough application, but we're getting through it, hopefully. That is my main goal for next year, to get into the university of my choice. But
no, man, it will happen. Even if it doesn't, it will happen for the best regardless. So it's all good.
That's how we see stuff, isn't it? That's how we see. Yeah, so how do we know each other, Madhuja?
How do we know each other? Good question. So I think me and you've been friends for, I think it's 4.5 years now since I joined Yog Foundation, which is basically since I've known you.
Yeah. So it's 2016 days.
Yeah, because I was in year 10 when I joined.
Like, yeah, really. Oh yeah.
After you lot did like the first Diwali play, that's when I joined. So we've known each other for a long time. So yeah, we basically know each other from Yog Foundation. And it's been crazy. Do you know what, Kush? What I was thinking before doing this, I was thinking, wow, like I've known Kush for this long. Like I've actually seen you glow and grow up. Like, actually crazy.
And to glow up.
Yeah, no.
You see me glow up.
Have you seen the pictures? These lot.
We don't talk about that. Yeah, we don't bring any of the past pictures up because we just that's just torture. We can't do that.
Oh, okay, we'll see.
I'll bait you out. I will tell everybody what you looked at and how you were back in the day. You definitely changed for the better. You've done really well.
I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, so we know each other from your foundation, basically.
Yeah.
And we've been in the process of how the foundation has grown as well. We've seen it.
Definitely.
We were definitely the youth, and we still are the youth, but we were the development of the youth. That's one of the main principles of your foundation, to develop the youth. Because at the end of the day, if one generation doesn't pass on the values and culture and faith and religion, then it's lost forever, right?
It's lost, literally, yeah, exactly.
That's pretty scary. That's not right.
It is.
For those who don't know, Madhuja, you can talk about what your foundation is.
So your foundation is we're basically an organisation, so we're a charity. And we're basically here in short term to help the wider community, to do good within the community as well. Like, so we do a lot of things, like we hold events, we do volunteering, moral class.
Moral values, moral values every week.
That's like up there. That's like the key one.
That's up there, yeah. We help the wider community. Like I heard, like we have some Instagram page, and I was just scrolling through the Instagram, and like a few people have definitely donated toys to less fortunate kids during this Christmas time.
What's it called? Awful Die Hospital. Then there's the Seek Toy Appeal that we did it to, and previously we also did I don't know if you're there, Kush. I know Kaylin was, but it was that walk, that charity walk.
Oh, the blind walk, I don't think
for the Royal Blind Children's Society. raise a lot of money in Danson Park for that. Well, for
Yeah.
those athletes would know Danson Park, but you know.
Yeah, Danson Park. I mean, your foundation literally does everything now, right?
Literally,
Everything. They got
people are open to basically anything and everything, as long as there's some sort of benefit to the wider community or even local community. I think like we basically make it happen.
And it's not just for people think it's just for Indians and Hindus. It's definitely not. It's for anybody.
Anyone.
Anybody that wants to serve the community and become part of this local community.
Yeah, Seva. That's the
Seva, yeah.
That's the term.
That is the main principle, right?
Yeah. It's basically selfless service. So it's basically doing things without expecting absolutely anything in return, whether that be financial reward, some sort of appraisal, or someone even like acknowledging that you've done good. It's literally just doing it out of the kindness of your own heart, to be honest.
That definitely will help us ahead in the years coming.
Exactly.
Yeah. So why have we chosen to do this?
This podcast, okay. So I feel like there's a lot of reasons. Like I feel like we're both very talkative people in two different ways.
Wait. Back in the day, me and you were so shy. We could not hold a convo for like more than 5 minutes.
Literally, I feel like in the beginning, even in moral class, I used to like look down like this whenever anyone asked me a question. Like,
I was praying for no one to ask me a question back in the day. But we definitely improved along the way through like public speaking at Yog, hosting some events, Zoom calls, quizzes, all this stuff has definitely improved our competency.
100%. Like literally, I did 10 years of drama and I haven't found the type of confidence that I found from Yog Foundation anywhere else. And that's crazy.
Why did you feel like this podcast? Why? What podcast? Like, what topics do you want to talk about in the future? Because this is just the start, right?
Yeah, it is. I feel like we are obviously Hindus, we're Indians, but I feel like we're not just limited to that because we're British Indians. Like we've grown up here in the UK. So yeah, I've lived in a lot of different areas within London because like I grew up in northwest London where I was born there. And then I now moved to southeast London in Abbeywood. And then now I still live in southeast London, but in another area. And so I've been talking to a lot of people and even at uni actually. And I've noticed quite a lot of like, not just Indians or Hindus specifically, but a lot of teenagers or youth like within the South Asian community, they feel that there are a lot of stigmas within our culture and there are a lot of like taboo topics as opposed to like religious ones that I feel like we all talk about amongst ourselves, but it never reaches like a higher generation or it never goes beyond that bubble as such. And
it's just very small talk.
Yeah, exactly. We can't do anything. We can't address these issues unless it's spoken about. So I feel like maybe that's one thing that really has drawn me to start this with you because it gives us a platform to talk about. It gives us somewhere to reach out to.
That's a very good point. For me, I would more lean to the fact that this podcast allows us to talk about anything, literally anything we want to talk about. So anybody that's listening to this right now, if they want to talk about a topic or they want to ask us questions about a particular topic, make sure you get in touch with us after, because this will definitely create a lot of content for us in the future where we can literally talk about anything, current affairs, managing work-life balance, being a student, especially as you've got that uni experience as well. We'll definitely be able to provide a lot of content for the youth and the elderly and the adults at your foundation and the wider community. So that's one of the main reasons. And I do feel like it's an exciting thing.
It is exciting, definitely. We should get straight into it, I think.
Yeah, let's get straight into
it. Okay, so growing up as an Indian or a Hindu within British society, how would you personally describe this ongoing experience? Because obviously we're both born here, but I don't know, my parents were born in India, so they moved here when they were married. I don't know about yours. Yours?
Well, my papa, he was born in Kenya. Okay. And so yeah, he was born in Kenya, but my mom was born in England, right? So for me, just growing up as an Indian and Hindu in British society hasn't really been, I don't really know much of a difference, right?
Yeah.
Like I've been integrated within this British Western culture from get-go. As soon as I was out the womb, I was British as well. Although I do classify myself as Indian. My nationality, I am British.
Yeah.
But I do know for me, there definitely has been challenges as well along the way because although Hinduism is definitely a well-known religion, I feel that during my secondary school days, primary school, and even sixth form now, there aren't really many people in my class that are Indian or Hindu that I can really talk about my faith to.
I found that growing up, I found that as well. Like, that was a big issue.
Just the small things, right?
Yeah.
For example, if I say I don't eat meat, or for some people, they don't eat beef, right?
Yeah.
And then I have that conversation with one of my friends. They'll be like, "Oh, so are you Muslim or are you Sikh?" And I feel they get confused between the different religions, and that's mainly maybe because at GCSE,
lack of education.
If you study religious studies, like for me, I studied Christianity and Islam, which is great.
I did that,
but there isn't really that platform or choice for students to engage and understand about Hinduism, right?
Yeah, there was an article that was being sent to like group chats where like GCSE textbooks were printing wrong information about Hinduism, and if the wrong information is being taught to students at such a young age, then like it's incorrect. Like, they're literally building foundations of their learning on information that is incorrect. So where do we actually go from here? Like, if we ourselves don't address it and make it an issue, who is going to do that for us?
That is so true, because everybody knows about Holi and Diwali.
Yeah,
but they don't really know about like the reasoning behind it. And at everybody you go.
At most they could probably tell you the story of Diwali, and that is it.
Which is fair enough, but also people think that Hinduism is a polytheistic religion, right?
Yeah.
Like, which is even I thought that, to be honest, before I came to Yog. But the actual meaning is it's a monotheistic religion where we believe in one God, and there's different pathways to that one God through different avatars.
Because there are different forms of one God, but I mean, if I talk about me, my experience, I kind of grew up, I don't know, like, I didn't really have much interaction with anyone Indian as such growing up. Like, it was just like my school, even in sixth form, like I was literally, there wasn't really many Hindus or Indians, like I'm not gonna lie, but I did have a couple of really good friends who like my parents knew, but even before I was born. But because we obviously moved to Southeast, that interaction with them was like lessened, basically. Like, it was there, but it wasn't on a cultural level. But then I feel like as I started joining Yog Foundation, that's when like all these Indian cultural things, Hindu things like came out. Like, I started learning about it, because even then, like, I wasn't curious to learn about it. Like, I wouldn't even ask questions to my parents as why we do like certain things, like why we do puja. It was never something for me to ask about. But now I'm asking questions that my own parents can't even answer. So
that's good.
I know.
That's really good.
I think it's definitely been hard though, because it's you kind of feel, I don't know, but when I was younger, I never really liked wearing Indian clothes at all. Like, I always used to think they were so itchy, I'm not wearing it, no one else wears it at school or anything, I'm not doing it. So like, but now I'd happily walk out wearing the lehenga and everything, like, jewelry, all of it done. I'd happily do that. Like,
oh, that's good, isn't it? You went to Parliament one year.
Oh yeah. So
it
was last year, I'm pretty sure. Last year I went to Parliament for Diwali. I was invited there, so me and some of the adults went, and there were a few dignitaries, Patel, Bob Blackman. There were quite a few like other organisations as well, and I think it's pretty good. Like, obviously creating awareness for Yog Foundation, what we do from base level up, so like youth.
True.
I think it's important to get everyone's view, but it doesn't matter what age you're at. I feel like Yog Foundation does that really well, actually. Like, includes everyone. Like, everyone's opinion is valid regardless of age.
That's very true. And just getting that government exposure as well, right? Getting Yog Foundation exposed to the government.
Any exposure, any good type of exposure, we're here for it.
Exactly. One of the things, I don't know if you know, we were talking to one of our friends, and the fact that they're Indian and coming into secondary school or even primary school, because we're British by nature, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're born here. And our friends, we have a few friends that are born in India, so their experiences must be completely different to the way we see the challenges of practicing our faith.
Yeah, exactly.
And so hopefully in the future episodes we can get some of them on to talk about their challenges.
Talk about their experiences, how they've grown up.
So Madhuja, going back to uni, so how do you think uni has changed for you compared to like secondary school and living at home, to opposed to being independent?
Okay, so I feel like I've always been an independent person, but obviously going to uni is that step up. Like you have to do your own cooking. Like you literally have to cook your own 3 meals a day. Do you know that's actually long time? Things are like, what do you actually cook? Like it's hard. Sometimes takeaways were there, but you know we try and keep it balanced. You know. Yeah, so there's laundry to do. That's always there. Oh my gosh, it's never ending. At home, it's kind of like, oh, like your mum will shout at you to wake up, or like, you know, they'll
Yeah,
shout at you to go to sleep or to do things. But
I'm
you
still in that phase, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes for me. Yeah, we'll see.
oh,
Hopefully, touch wood, it all
touch
goes
wood, touch
smoothly.
wood. Oh, man. But yeah, so like, no one's there at uni to tell you to do things like within your
Mhm.
day at all. Like even on the phone, like my mum could tell me, oh yeah, make sure you sleep on time, all of this. But does it really happen? Does it really happen?
Does it really happen?
Realistically,
Yeah.
realistically, it's not harder, but there's obviously you've got to be a lot more aware in what you do yourself and how you use your time. And
Hmm.
obviously uni work, I don't know who said that uni work is easier than A levels, because like a lot of us are drowning, like we're actually drowning in our own work. Like it's
Are you
just,
behind?
I'm not behind actually. I'm not
Okay,
behind.
that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay,
I might be
absolutely
behind on
not.
revision, but lectures and stuff, I pattern that before coming home. So
Yeah.
I sorted
Okay.
that. But
Do you think
hmm,
practicing your faith, your religion,
okay, yeah.
being a Hindu at home is easier, or would you say it's harder or easier at uni?
Hmm. I'd say, okay, one, this coronavirus thing plays a big part in this, I'd say, because we have to do everything online. Like, I think we feased really well into taking events online and stuff. I feel like
Hmm.
that's what's really helped me out. But it's definitely been a lot harder at uni, I'd say, because
Hmm.
like before, if we're talking about pre-COVID, it's like I was at home, I could like we would do events, like there was always something to do. Whereas because it's online, it's kind of like, oh, if I have a uni meeting or something at that time, like group work, coursework, or even like a lecture at that time, and
Hmm.
there's like a Yog Foundation event going on, I have to obviously prioritize the uni work then. So it's definitely
Hmm.
been a lot harder, especially because I was supposed to come home for Diwali, you know, and then Boris
Oh,
said,
yeah.
no, we're bringing in tiers and not just going into tier 3. So I was thinking it's just probably best for me not to travel. So I did Diwali up in uni. I had a little idol. I had Kalen's Hanuman painting that he gave me.
Yeah.
Had a little Ganesh
Great.
idol. My mum sent me like these what do you call it? Electric tea lights. So I literally put that in like a little dia, and I literally just
I
lit
saw.
that. Like 'cause you can't have candles in uni.
I saw you did a rangoli as well
Yeah, I did.
on your social media.
Not as a Hindu society. So I got the powder from one of the presidents there, yeah. And I thought, you know what, like, let me just do it. Like, and so I literally just did it there. I woke up in the morning, did it, and I thought, yeah.
You mentioned Hindu society. So
Mm.
is there a Hindu society at Nottingham?
Yeah, Notts has a Hindu society. They're partnered with, I think it's NHSF, which is the National Hindu Students Forum. I'm pretty sure that's the
Ooh,
abbreviation.
yeah.
I had to join that, you know, something to keep me, just see what it's about, you know, because
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I joined, and like every week they'd do like a session around an hour and a half, and we just talk about certain topics. And obviously to me it's quite different, because obviously I'm being a first year, I'm like the youngest of the lot of them, whereas in Yog Foundation, in terms of the youth, I've pretty much been the oldest.
I'm
So
sure you know the most though, because of Yog. Let me not lie. You
I
probably know
definitely know a lot more
everything.
than, if I hadn't joined Yog and I decided to join this Hindu society without it, I definitely know nothing. Like it'd all be completely new to me. Like because these
Hmm.
people are slightly older than me, like maybe around 20, 21, it's kind of, they've obviously seen more of the world, and they've obviously, I feel like we've definitely grown up in a different generation compared to those who are like 20, because even like some of my friends that I know from like when I was born who are 20 now, and I'm speaking to them, they've grown up a lot differently to how we have. So even seeing their views on religion like that is quite fascinating actually. But yeah.
Also, the fact that obviously right now it's COVID-19, so you couldn't
Mm.
really experience the first year like you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
However,
definitely.
the fact that you have this Hindu society means that you will be able to, after this pandemic's over, touch wood soon,
Sure.
then you'll be able to interact with these like-minded individuals. And
Hmm.
don't you think that would definitely help the way you maintain your faith?
Yeah, I definitely think so. I feel like, because we do talk to each other in like breakout rooms and that kind of thing, but it's never the same in real life.
That's nothing compared to even this podcast, right? We want to do it in
Mhm.
person, right? That's the main goal. After everything's
In
over, we will
person,
have
yeah.
this in person. We'll have interviewers, we'll have special guests and an audience as well
Mm.
to ask questions. That is mainly where we want to go. And I'm sure in 6 months' time, we'll look back at this episode and it'll be like, how far we've come.
Yeah,
Which
literally.
is great.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. That's the way. What do you feel like about your outlook on faith and like culture? Like, what do you currently feel about it? Like, what are your views?
Well, I've always been like, my family have always been practicing Hinduism a lot, and I've always been pushed to understand my faith, deepen it.
Yeah.
However, like, I didn't really understand the why behind things. I just did stuff for the sake of doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
If I had to do a puja, I just go ahead and do the puja.
Your mum said
so. If I had to go do some Gita Jayanti puja or like attend Shivratri, I just attend it. Right? I don't really know much. I wouldn't know much about it.
Yeah.
However, now plugging yog again.
Yeah.
Plugging yog. After coming to yog, I've become a lot more inquisitive as a person, right? I'm asking those why questions. Why do we have to do this? What's the purpose of this? And although it does get complicated sometimes, I feel like just asking those questions, asking those why questions has allowed me to deepen my faith. Yeah. However, the other aspect of it is, especially in this 21st century, right? We're moving into technological advances. Social media is literally taking over our life right now.
Literally taking over the world. Like, it's crazy.
It's taking over, like Zoom, the stock during lockdown went up so much. I wish I just told my parents to invest in that, but yeah. Oh well. So yeah, going back to the fact that social media has taken over the way things are, especially in 2020.
Yeah.
Being present in my mind, having no thoughts and just being at peace within and feeling like Bhagwan within inside me.
Yeah.
Has been a lot harder, I'd say.
Definitely.
Because I was speaking to my brother Caden and we were talking about like social media time and how much we're on our phone. And he was like, go on your phone, go on your settings, look at your screen time.
And
I'm not gonna say how long my screen time was, but it was bad, yeah. And then that really just got me thinking, how much do I waste my time on my phone? And although you need to be on your phone, right, especially to survive in this age with social media, you need to have social media to like live in this Mike world.
Exactly.
But having that balance and finding that balance and not being consumed and drained within this social media age is something that I myself need to find, especially going into 2021. And I'm sure a lot of you people listening right now are in this same phase as me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because as soon as you scroll on Instagram, hours go by, or Snapchat, or even YouTube, hours go by, and literally you're not present at all. Your mind's all over the place. You have no control of your thoughts. And that means that I can't focus myself on myself, my family, on God. And I feel that means I have fluctuations in the way my faith is.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel I'm not too faithful. I don't have that spiritualism with me. However, at other times I feel very spiritual.
Yeah.
That's because I'm doing a lot. I'm maybe reading the Bhagavad Gita.
You're productive.
I'm attending the mantra jap sessions. I'm at moral class. All these small things, they build up and mean that your faith can become even more deeper.
Exactly. You mentioned Maya. Do you want to just explain what it is for those that don't know? So
for those who don't know, Maya is essentially everything material within this world. Our bodies, everything material and not spiritual, right?
Chair.
But even more abstract. For example, your phone, technology, thoughts as well. Like everything is Maya, and Maya is God's power, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's almost a test of God, from God, and the way you manage and live within this Mayic world. You have to live in this Mayic world regardless, right? Because it's God's power. You can't escape it.
Yeah.
You balance your life and just have that balance in this Mayic world and live knowing the fact that this is all fake.
Yeah, it's all an illusion. Yeah.
It's all fake at the end of the day. Just knowing that and realizing that is something to be aware of to help keep your faith in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we should maybe come to the end of this and talk about
wrap up. Yeah,
2021,
2021.
because by the time everyone's listening to this and tuning into this
It will be
podcast,
2021.
it will be the new year, right?
Definitely.
So one thing I think everybody listening should do is reflect, right? Reflect on 2020,
Definitely.
because I've spoken to so many people, right? How was your 2020? How was your 2020? And they're all like, it was the worst year of my life. It was the worst year of my life.
I know everyone says that.
Everyone said, even we were talking about this at the start.
Yeah.
We were chatting rubbish about 2020.
I feel
But
like
then
we always think of all the negative things that have happened to our years, but I think we need to count our blessings.
That is so true, right?
Like,
at the end of the day, we have food, water, shelter, Zoom,
exactly.
technology.
Got a phone right
everything,
here.
right?
It's all here.
Exactly. We literally have everything. There's a lot of people struggling during this time, and just counting our blessings and being grateful is something that we should do at the end of this year. And looking back,
it's not to say that we have to ignore our problems and minimize our problems because they're not important.
No.
Like in comparison to other people's problems, it's just taking that time to be grateful and have some gratitude to what you currently have, I guess, but also probably address those problems in your head. Like, you don't have to talk to someone about it, but address them within yourself, knowing what you need to fix or what would be beneficial for you in the new year.
And just the fact that we're here, we're alive, right? COVID-19 just literally has taken so many lives.
It's taken over,
It's taken over, it's worse than a war. It's literally against us, the whole globe against this virus.
Literally.
It's mad.
It's crazy. Oh.
The fact that we're alive, we're lucky enough to not be infected by this virus. And even if those people that have been infected that are listening to this have come through and pulled through,
they've pulled through.
Is something amazing, right? Just the fact that you're here
just
today.
Getting through to this stage in life or through this year is an achievement in itself.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
2021. What's one thing that you're looking forward to?
2021. I have no idea. If we take out COVID, then obviously I just want to go out. I just want to go out.
I know.
With my friends. Meet you as well, man. I haven't seen you in a long time. What about you?
Me, I think my main focus is just growth, whether that be, well, self-growth obviously, but whether that be within uni, within Yog Foundation, within myself really, within my career, all of that kind of thing. Just growth.
That's pretty good. Very, very abstract. For me, if I had I want to ask everybody here right now, listen to this.
Yeah.
What are your goals for 2021? And maybe not make it a New Year's resolution, because resolutions just get thrown away in first week, right?
Yeah.
But what is your New Year's 2021 goal? And just think about that and try and stick to that and try and achieve that in the months coming. For me, my goal would be to ace my A levels. As dharma wise, I'm a brahmacharya, right? That means that we are students of life, learning.
Yeah, that's our duty.
So that's related to my dharma. So it's my duty as well. That would be one of my main goals. And as hopefully I want to get into the university of my choice. So my goals are pretty specific, and I challenge everybody listening to have a specific goal. I know my brother has a lot of goals going on 2021. He can talk about that later on.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to meet them in 2021, but you need to at least progress towards them. Exactly. So even if it's one step forward, two steps back, you've still made more progress than you were before.
Yeah. So I feel the fact that you said you want to grow as a person, right? If you have that specific goal and that specific end product that you want, just going through that process and achieving that, if not achieving it, but trying to achieve that to the best of your ability, that will make you grow as a person regardless.
100%. There's so many obstacles along the way, regardless of what you're trying to achieve or where you're trying to get to. I feel like even celebrating those small goals in between is something that we need to do a lot often. Yeah.
Because having that goal at the end of the day, it allows us as individuals to have that purpose of life. So whenever we wake up, we know what we have to achieve.
Yeah.
We don't, whenever we feel a bit drifted away, and clouded in our
and that's normal.
thoughts.
It's normal to feel like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's normal.
Every day does not need to be productive.
Yeah, no, not every day has to be productive. But whenever you feel drifted and clouded, right, in your thoughts, that's when you can look back at your goal and be like, am I going towards this? And then you bring yourself back on track to your productivity. And that's something I need to do as myself. I'm talking to myself straight away that I want to be able to do that in the next few days and the year ahead.
Yeah, keep it consistent. Consistency is key. That's what I'm trying to work towards. Consistency.
Wise words from Madhuja. Consistency is
you already
key,
know,
man.
exactly.
Look at her. Look how far she's got in life already, man.
Still a long way to go, man. Long way to go, but we'll get there.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. But yeah, that's our first episode done, man. That's a huge milestone for us, to be honest. Because I wanted to do this podcast for a while. Yeah,
I feel like we've been thinking of these ideas in our heads for so long. It literally just took two of us to say something, and literally within I think it's under a week. We literally just rolled it out, like the topics, everything, like the structure of just setting this up and starting. It just took one push to start. It took one person to say something for us to start. Can you imagine? We've been sitting quiet all this time.
Yeah, that really just gets me thinking, right? If you want to get something done in life, I know it sounds a bit cliche, just go for it, right?
I feel like starting is always the hardest thing.
That is true. That is 100% true. Like procrastination. Yeah. Get over that procrastination with decision, and you will go flying places.
Exactly.
I think we should write quotes. We should write quotes, for like how to be successful in life. Well, no, when
it's got a quote and then it's got a dash and it's your name and it's like
instead of it being Rupee Core, will be Kush, Ruparellia, Madhuja.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of that to the Yog Foundation channel. Follow the Instagram and Facebook pages. We've got that as well. Be sure to interact with us. Tell us your opinions, the topics that you want us to talk about, any questions that you have. I think we'll drop our socials. We'll drop one of our socials.
We'll drop our socials.
If you want to chat to us directly, don't be afraid. We're nice people. We promise. We're not scared. I've been told that I'm intimidating. Can you imagine?
Yeah, man. I don't really see it right now. Maybe at the start or when I met you, maybe then you might have been a bit intimidating. But yeah.
But yeah,
I think we should just wrap it up there.
Wishing
everybody have a great
2021,
and I hope you are blessed. Peace out. Cool.